Lysian is a member of the NUS Toastmasters Club. She has been fascinated with Zoom ever since the Area Z2 contest this year, which she helped to organize, and was suddenly forced to go online just 1 week before the contest due to the directive from Toastmasters International. It was a sudden change, but thanks to Division Z Director Michael and Area Z2 Director James, Division Z Council members, appointment holders, and speakers, the contest went smoothly. She is now an expert in giving speeches online. Ever since the chapter meetings have gone online, she received 6 Best Speaker ribbons in the past 2 months from clubbing. She will be sharing some tips on how she prepares and presents online speeches for chapter meetings, and also a bonus content on how to make your presentation stand out. The time allotted is 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, the green light will be shown. I request the timer to show the timings. Yeah, our timer is showing the green color. Please make sure that the speakers are pinning the video so you don't miss the timing. And 5 minutes, green color, 6 minutes, the yellow color. And at 7 minutes, we have the red color. Yeah. Then the speaker will have 30 more seconds to wrap up the speech to be eligible for voting. Let us put our hands together to welcome competent communicator Lysian to deliver her mini workshop. Thank you.
Thank you, Rakesh. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to fellow Toastmasters and guests around the world. I am Lysian, and welcome to my live stream video on some additional tips to prepare and present a speech online. In terms of speech preparation, I am sure many Toastmasters here are very familiar at it, and there are already so many online workshops organized by experienced Toastmasters. In fact, the preparation for an online speech includes most things you already do for a speech presenting in a physical setting, such as speech crafting, gestures, and vocal variety. Therefore, I will be sharing on some tips on how these changes and additional things you need to look out for an online speech preparation. During an online chapter meeting or online contest, have you ever noticed that some speakers had unexpected cracking or muffled audio, freezing of videos, or no videos at all? When things like this happen, we would not do justice to the efforts put into preparing an otherwise amazing speech. As the audience could not properly receive your message, your evaluators would not be able to provide holistic recommendations. And most importantly, you lose a chance of getting proper feedback to effectively improve on your next speech. Therefore, the key to good online speech preparation or experience is to do something I call the 3 R's rehearsal. Unlike presenting in a physical setting, when preparing to give a speech online, you are able to simulate a full presentation environment. After all, you are able to present in your house, using your own computer, camera, internet connection, with no audience reaction, just like actual presentation. As most of the time, the audience's mic will be muted and the videos are turned off when you speak. So today, I will be introducing to you the 3 R's rehearsal cycle. This cycle starts with record your speech, followed by review when you play back and evaluate your speech, and then revamp it. After you already record your speech, just record again, and the whole cycle continues until you are satisfied with your presentation, or you ran out of presentation or preparation time. So let's get into the details. For record, no matter what online platform you are using, I recommend practicing on one that you can record yourself and play back later. One platform you can use is, of course, Zoom, where you can host the meeting yourself and then press the record button before you start presenting. After recording, end your video call and wait for this video to be saved. As this is a recording of what Zoom has captured using your internet, it tells you exactly how you would sound to your online audience. Next, we go to review. This is to check whether you sound good and look good. Here are some important areas to check. Firstly, internet connection. If your video is laggy and audio is breaking up in the recording, this indicates that your connection is unstable. Perhaps you can try moving closer to your Wi-Fi router. If your connection is still unstable, perhaps you can use your mobile data or use your handphone altogether. Next is framing. Undeniably, you sound and look more confident when you have good posture, showing good eye contact. Some speakers stand while some sit while giving their speeches, and both are okay. Even if you are sitting, sit up straight so that you feel more confident and sound more confident too. Next, you need to ensure that your audience can see your head and some of your body, and not just your head, as it looks super weird. And also, if your camera is placed too low, you get a double chin with too much ceiling, which is not flattering. Therefore, to ensure that your camera is aligned to the height of your eyes for the best visualization. For good eye contact, you usually look at the audience's eyes, but if you do so in the online meeting, you'll be looking downwards. Therefore, look straight into the camera so that your audiences will feel that you are looking at them. In essence, good framing will allow the audience to sense the speaker's body language, gestures, and get the most out of your speech. Thirdly, the venue where you are speaking is very important too. Ideally, you need to have a quiet place with a neat backdrop. It is usually a wall or a plain colored backing, without people or animals moving around. This is to reduce audience distraction. Venue selection is something very new, as usually as speakers, we do not need to worry about it. Having a virtual background is a method that you can have a decent backdrop instantly. But it also depends on the online meeting platform and also the device and compatibility. If you are using a virtual background without a green screen like this, you test out whether your gestures work out well. For example, I must be aware that I cannot move my hands too far away from my body as it disappears. So finally, after you have identified areas of improvement, make appropriate changes to revamp your speech. After that, repeat your 3 hours rehearsal and get your speech recorded on Zoom again. Now, here comes a bonus tip. If you are familiar with Zoom virtual backgrounds and your device is compatible, use it to make your speeches more exciting. When presenting with your slides, you can consider turning your slides into virtual backgrounds instead, like what I'm doing here, as presentation mode tends to take away the attention away from the speakers. You can even try adding sound effects or animations whenever appropriate, which makes the thing more fun in your speeches. In conclusion, to have a good online speech, applying the 3 hours rehearsals is the key. Hope these speeches and the tips will bring your online speeches to the next level. Thank you very much, and back to you, TMD.